How are you? Are you alright?
I'm good. What's up,
Nice.
Vardaris?
I'm alright. I'm alright, Ronald.
Nice. So our friend Vardaris had some suggestions in terms of changes to our Golgari Scales deck, and this is the list I've been playing for the last month. And here are some of Vardaris's suggestions. And let me I'll pop this out. Yep. And here's a summary of the changes. And here's a new deck list. So, yeah, can you I guess say what's on your mind? And I agree with everything so far, but let's
Alright.
hear yeah.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, first thing is that we were playing five in total mana dorks, so
Uh-huh.
I just reduced them to four. So we
Yep.
have two Land of War Elves and two Elves Mystics.
Mhm.
So I think they're enough. And instead of
Yep.
that, in the MD slot, I play an extra Nissa because we were playing three, and I think it's the best card in the deck. It's very
Right.
strong.
Yeah, for free mana, I think it's it's really
Yeah,
good.
helps you go wide, gives you extra counters to your whole team. It's a
Yeah.
really good card, and I think it's worth to play 4-0.
Uh-huh.
After that, I just cut completely the two scrap hip scroungers
Right.
because
Yeah.
they're completely out of our like
Yeah.
team
Synergy.
and
Yeah.
yes.
And yeah,
So
it's always the first thing I cut. So,
yeah,
it's in
it
every
doesn't work.
match.
I understand that maybe someone would want to play them against like rafts like Supreme Verdict and stuff like that, but we have other things to deal with that. So I just cut them, and instead of that, I play one extra Riskar, which
Uh-huh.
is the Riskar Pima Renegade. We were playing only two,
Yep.
and I think we can play three because it works like it also replaces the elf like
Uh-huh.
because it gives you mana, it gives you counters
Yep.
to your team
It's
again.
more gas
So
too.
yes, it's a good card,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't play four because it's legendary. So maybe
Mhm.
you won't like. If you have a second one, maybe it will just stay in your hand and lose a card in that way. But three of is a good. It's a good
Uh-huh.
idea, I think.
Yeah.
Finally, I played the second Scavenger Goose because it's a two drop and works with our strategy, our synergies, and it's good against Inverter. It's good against. It's a graveyard hate card. It's a
Uh-huh.
good card,
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah, Lotus Breach is seen quite a bit recently, so
Yeah. Also against Lotus, Euro,
yeah.
it can take Euro
Yeah.
out of the graveyard. So
Yep.
it's a card that's worth having two of, and we have some extra graveyard hate in the sideboard. So I think it will be okay.
Uh-huh.
And now I think these were the changes for the main, and just if you want to talk about the sideboard a little bit.
Sure, yeah. I guess one question I had was I do like the ooze, but how do we is there are you concerned that we don't have too much remove? I guess we kind of do have removal in forms of Hydra and
We
Ballista.
have the Hydra, we
Yeah.
have
So
Ballista,
we can eat it, right?
yeah, more or
Uh-huh.
less, yeah.
Yeah.
And we have Vivian. Vivian is also like a removal because she can kill something
Uh-huh.
with her
Okay.
plus.
Yeah. Actually, before I didn't really think about that. I was thinking, oh, like after I bring in push, I'll bring in the other oozes. But I think I agree. I'm realizing, I have more removal then. It's not really
Yeah, well,
like direct removal, but we
yeah,
actually do
it's
have removal.
direct, but it still works. So
Yeah.
and we have the ability to bring like pushes and stuff like that from the sideboard if we really need to.
Yeah. And even against decks that don't really play too many creatures like Lotus, we could still eat in response to Underworld Breach.
Of course, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
So yeah, let's hear about your sideboard
Yeah,
thoughts.
sideboard plans. Lately, I replaced the Ether. How it's called the card? The
Unravel, yeah.
Unravel the Ether. Yes, Unravel the Ether. I replaced it with this new card from Ikoria, the because it sees a lot of. I've seen a lot of deck that do that now. They replace Unravel with Barrier Breach,
Uh-huh.
because the good thing about this card is that it's good against all the cards that Ether is good as well, because we can kill Exile actually. Heliod, we can exile Lotus Bridge, but at the same time it helps a lot with Shramp's um,
Uh-huh.
expertise decks. This is a deck that has a lot of enchantments. It works like Boggles in a way. So you put a lot of counters one on top of the other.
Right.
And
We could get
because
a two
Barrier
for one with the.
yeah, yeah. And because you can exile up to three enchantments with a Barrier Bridge, you can just really, disable their strategy.
Right. Yeah, that's
Like,
pretty good. Getting a 2 or 3 for 1, even a 2
yeah,
for 1 is enough.
even yeah. And here you can go 3 for 1 if you're
Uh-huh.
lucky enough.
Yeah.
And it's also have Barrier Bridge has cycling. So if
Yeah, I
you
like
feel
that a
that you
lot.
don't need it, yeah, you just replace it with something that you need. So that's really good.
Yeah, there was a few games where recently I was holding Unravel and
Yeah.
it was just dead in hand the whole game because
Yeah, yeah, it doesn't happen with the breeds, this thing, because you can just cycle it.
yeah, I
Sometimes,
think I really like the cycling
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
That's a good choice, I think.
And what else we have here? We have one more questing piece because it's a good card. So we have two
Yeah.
questing pieces
Uh-huh.
now.
Yeah.
Uh, I removed the Witch Stalker. Witch Stalker is a good card, but it's a little bit slow for
Right.
for us,
Yeah, a
I
lot of
think.
times I haven't really ever gotten the let me pull up the list here. I haven't really ever gotten like the ability in a few leagues, like where like maybe once. But I
Yeah,
guess hexproof, like the problem with hexproof is they could just like use removal on our other creature sometimes, so
yeah, yeah,
it's not like it makes their removal dead in hand.
exactly.
And then sometimes
What
just yeah,
What
there's
I found out is that when we play against the control, it's all about verdict. It's not about the counters. It's not about anything. It's about
uh-huh.
verdict. If they
Uh-huh.
can kill, like if they can make like a 3-4-1 for one, they will win because they will wipe like our board and they will win.
Yeah.
If they so and hexproof doesn't help against that.
Right.
So if we
That's a
manage to save ourselves from or play around the supreme verdict, then we win
uh-huh.
because they have nothing else that it can really stop us, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So Witch Stalker doesn't help us a lot against. Actually, doesn't help us at all against the verdict.
Yeah,
So
like gaining yeah,
yeah,
making it a little bigger, it's like not that big of a deal.
it will die from the destroy effect.
Yeah.
So that's does nothing. While questing beast is good because it has haste, and after they wipe our board, we play beast attack again,
Yep.
and we keep the pressure up, which is what we want to do against them.
Yep.
That's why I just played second questing beast,
Mhm.
and I played one more Golgari charm
Yep.
because exactly as I said, it helps us survive Supreme Verdict
Mhm.
because it regenerates our board. Also,
Yep.
it's good against Winota because it kills 1/1 tokens that they produce a
Yep.
lot.
Mhm. When they try
And
to enter
finally,
combat,
also
yeah.
destroys enchantments, so you can play against the Lotus Breeds if you want. It's a
Yeah.
versatile card,
Yeah, I
I
like
think.
that. Mhm.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's all basically. And what I did finally is replace the Noxus Grasp with Heartless Act because it kills more creatures. Like Heartless Act is a more. It's a good new card that came, and I think it will see a lot of play because it kills. It's like a new, um, the new removal for Pioneer. I mean,
Uh-huh.
apart from Fatal Push, which is great. I think this will see a lot of play too.
Yeah, I you
Uh,
know what? I like this cuz it's more you can kill more different colors of creatures and
yeah,
gaining
broad
the
spectrum.
one life, it's like I don't know if that's too relevant against green or
No.
white decks especially.
Yeah,
If it's like
but
against like a red deck, okay, then I mean if it says like destroy a creature or planeswalkers that's red and green or something, I think gaining the life might matter more.
Yeah.
Red is more aggro, anyways. But yeah, I really agree with this Heartless Act. I was just wondering, the second mode, in what cases do you see that being relevant, or is it like a? I guess we
Second
probably
mode
won't.
is good against Ballista. If you want to kill Ballista, you kill with
Right. Yeah,
that's
against their
the mode.
ballista.
That's all. It's like for the mirror against their Ballista,
Oh
you
yeah,
kill the Ballista
yeah. Force them to
more or
ping
less.
it first.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. That's very interesting. Yeah, it'd be fun to play this in the mirror. Take away their counters.
Yeah. And what else? That's it. I also have two Tormod script in the end. Two Tormod script is graveyard hate card in the end.
Oh yeah.
It's completely free. There are more cards that we can play in that position. I want to try it
Uh-huh.
because it's cost zero. So it's like you just start with a game with it, and just play it, and it doesn't inhibit your progress or your development at all. So because
Yeah.
you just play it and keep it there until they have things in their graveyard and just take it
Yeah.
away.
So I extremely agree of every single decision so far, and I really appreciate it. The only one little thing is this one. I'm just a little bit concerned about the ooze interaction, making it maybe a little bit
I know
less.
what you mean. I know
But
because it takes away your own. Yeah, I know what you mean.
potential food. But
Yeah,
but it's not like I'm against it. But maybe like if you can think about like one, maybe we can play like one other
yeah. There are
sideboard
other
card
cards.
if
Yes,
you can think of something.
yeah, yeah. There is something that just exiles only the opponent's.
Maybe we could take away like one of, like when we bring this in, we could take out one ooze or something, or
Yeah,
that might be a
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
yeah. But I do like how it
I
says
mean,
from target player. So
yeah,
so
yeah.
maybe like
There is there is a
yeah.
card like that. I will look it up. I don't remember exactly which one is it, but there
Cool.
are cards that only exile target player's graveyard.
Nice.
We can play something like
But
that.
I'm super convinced. I really like all this a lot.
Yeah, yeah. Mana,
And
mana we have are good. I think the deck just a little bit more fine tuned now.
yeah.
We didn't make like big changes. Just played more of the cards that we see that they work, and
Yeah.
just remove some cards that they don't
Uh-huh.
really.
Yeah.
That's like small fine tuning rather than big changes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm gonna buy the every card you just said exactly.
Oh,
Um,
that's good.
but let's look at maybe
For
to
example, the lantern. If you look at the lantern, what is
uh-huh.
that? Its opponents. For example, yeah, we can play Soul Guide Lantern instead of Tormod Script because
So
it
you can
exiles
draw.
only the opponent's graveyard. If you want to, this is
Right.
like an alternative.
But I
It just
think
costs one mana.
the crypt does you can choose which graveyard, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, not all graveyard. So target player's graveyard.
So it's
So
okay. So
it would be the
yeah,
same. I think lantern is slower, but we could just draw a card in case it's a dead card. I think
yeah.
that's yeah. So maybe
It's
it's
debatable. You can play both.
grindier. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends which one you feel like works better.
Uh huh.
I mean,
I feel
it's a very small difference.
Soul is better against like slower decks. Well, um, or like decks where you're not sure if Grave Hate is always relevant.
Yeah.
So, and this one is more like emergency, like you need to get it done right away.
Yeah, true. That's true. That's true.
Let's see if there's
The reason
any.
I like Crypt is because it doesn't inhibit at all our development. We can go with Tormod Land,
Right,
Tormod
that
Crypt,
too.
and
Yeah,
Elf.
yeah.
Like go like that.
Uh
Turn
huh.
one, Elf, Land, Elf, and Tormod Crypt. Straight away, and it doesn't block us, from being aggressive and develop fast. Because we are basically at heart we're mid range, but towards aggro deck. I mean, we don't want the game to go too long. We usually want uh, to end the game soon.
Uh huh.
We have planeswalkers and stuff like that, which helps us with a long game, like we did the last game with Winocha, if you remember. But generally, most of the times we want to just kill the opponent sooner rather than later.
Hey, what do you feel about heroic intervention? I feel it's kind of like what I've noticed. These are some of the top Golgari Constrictor lists recently.
Yeah.
I see they're playing 4 Golgari charms, but then maybe we could play one heroic as well because it gives us indestructible as well. So it could be good against maybe Inverter where they have a lot of push, and you can also protect from Supreme Verdict.
Golgari also protects from push. I mean, if we want to do that, Golgari charm
Maybe.
also regenerate saves the creature from push and other targeted removal too.
Then maybe we could potentially play one more Golgari, maybe three Golgari potentially.
Golgari is a very good charm, and heroic is also good. It's just that for the reason we need Golgari charm, which is like protect us from wrath, basically.
Yeah.
We also gain like free enchantment hate because it also kills enchantment, also works against Winota. So it's like more versatile, like than hero,
than heroic intervention.
Yeah.
You know what? One more card that it's kind of interesting is some of these are playing Assassin's Trophies. Maybe we could have one in the sideboard because it's pretty versatile, right?
It is. It's not bad. It's not a bad choice. Depends on the meta game, more or less. I mean, sideboard changes a lot theoretically, you should change your sideboard every like 10, 15 days. Because the meta game is supposed to change as well.
Yeah.
But maybe it's one of the cards that we definitely want to keep in mind, keep an eye on Assassin's Trophy to see if it can be useful in some cases.
Cool.
It's better against better. Assassin's Trophy is better when you play with more mid-range decks, like slower decks, because you don't care about them getting more mana. It's a good card. It's a good card, of course. Assassin's Trophy, Abrupt Decay, all these cards are staples, and we will definitely include them if we see that they will help us.
Yeah. Cool. So I'm gonna pick up those cards, and I do still have let's see. I think I'm still in this league, so I still got 3 more. But right after that, let's do it up.
All right, that's
cool. That was a really good. Really appreciate you sharing that. That was really cool, and I'm really excited to play this new list.
It's a joy to talk with you about Magic. It's always fun.
Awesome. Yeah, likewise. So I gotta get going now, but I'll talk to you later, buddy. And thanks for watching. For those at home. That was Vardaris' thoughts on Golgari Midrange in mid-July 2020.
Thank you.
All right, bye.